Hello, this is Tazilon and I am in Merlvunka South in my VK2801 for a lighthouse tutorial on how to use your terrain and environment to provide cover and concealment. I'm sure most of you don't have to think back very many battles to remember somebody who just had to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, so off he goes running across wide open terrain trying to get to his destination, only to get shot the hell out of his tank and probably die before he got there. Hopefully not you. And the trouble is, the sad thing is, if he would have just gone 75 to 100 meters left or right, there was a perfectly safe route he could have taken and arrived at his destination maybe 5 or 6 seconds later, but he would have gotten there safely and in one piece. It's not just enough to be aware of enemy tanks and allied tanks and know what that means to you. You also have to be aware of your terrain and, more importantly, how to use it to your advantage. So that's what we're going to look at this battle. You can use it to mask your movement. You can use it to hide your shots. And you can use it to escape enemy fire by providing cover and concealment and getting away, getting out of a bad situation. In this battle, there's 2 artillery apiece. They have a AFP and we have the Tier 5 and 6 German scouts. And then a mix of other tanks. And a little bit of a curiosity here. When the battle starts, you're going to see me do something you'll probably never see me do again in the video. And that is because when the battle starts, I don't do anything. I just sit here. Not because I'm not at my computer, but because I played this battle yesterday morning and my wife was up making breakfast, but before she made breakfast she decided to come over and mess with me. So instead of pressing my keyboard buttons, I was pressing other buttons, so to speak. And she finally decides to go cook breakfast right about now. And so I get to get going, and now I can't do a half-court spotting run because everybody's already deployed, and if I go that deep I'll probably get beat up. But I'll head over this way. I'm watching the map trying to figure out what everybody's doing so far because I haven't been paying attention. And I'll make a little short run here, watching how we're deploying. And as I turn around and go back the other way, I decide I'm going to go over to the forest because from what I've seen over there, I'm hoping to be able to run up the 0 line and use the terrace over there to get into the back of the enemy. Looks like we outnumber them over there, and I'm hoping by the time we get there, they'll pretty much have them eliminated, and I can just scoot on by full speed and not stop. We'll see how it goes. So right now I think I'm going to come around this little hill and take a shot on the AFP. He's down to where if I get a good shot he's dead. And somebody gets him before I do, so now it's on to the 4502. And I hate when this happens. You'll see I stop and I'm rocking because where I stopped at, the reticle's going up and down. I have to pull forward a little bit. I get a shot. I didn't want to shoot when I was bouncing up and down and accidentally hit the tiger, but now I'm free to run north. Get over here on the right hand side of the map. There's a terrace up here. The more frequently you can mask what you're doing with terrain features, the better it is for you. If they can't see you, they can't shoot you. You get to where you're going unseen, you can start messing with their mines and their tanks. And wow, hey, look at this. Everybody's camping in the back. This isn't good. So I need to use these hills and just keep going, not slow down, keep going, get the bushes behind me, get the hills behind me where they don't have a shot. My only chance to survive, and now I'm going to duck back to the right, and now I'm out of line of fire, at least for the moment. There's a 28 prototype over there. It's like, what the heck? Like, everybody on this team's on the back row, man. What's a scout to do? No one stop and take a shot at him. He's looking the other way. The trouble is there's people to my right, people to my left, and he's going to rotate, so I have to try to stay out of his gunfire, and it's not going to make it because check this out. Ah, I get tracked. Oh no. Get blasted close up. I'm still alive. Take him out. Man, I'm down to 33 points. Okay, here's the second lesson. I'm going to head back toward what I'm trying to do is get my concealment back, and I'm going to head back toward that Tiger 1 and help him out with the 152 and KV2. I only have 33 hit points left. I think it's 33. That doesn't mean I need to run off and hide and just sit back there and wait. I still need to be a scout. Hell, if a KV2 hits me full health, he's still going to take me out. So it doesn't matter whether I have 1 hit point or 610. I'm thinking this bush is going to hide my shot, but it doesn't. So I have to back out, get behind this terrain before he gets to shoot at me. And the tiger's dead, so now I have to run away from these two guys again. I don't want to run back to the west because there's a big old tank sitting over there. So I'm going to run behind these buildings. Like I said, you use whatever you can. There's buildings there. He can't shoot through buildings with the dirt. Cool. I'm using them. The bushes are keeping him from seeing me. I'm going to duck around these two tanks. If he shoots them, that's cool. They're dead already. Now, I've managed to escape. If I would have tried to go across that flat terrain, I probably would be dead right now. But like I was saying about hit points, so when you're low hit points as a scout, who cares? Seriously. You have to take it into consideration if you're going full speed over a hill. You don't want to bounce too hard and kill yourself. Or if you have a derp like I do, if you're close to another tank or a building, you don't want to shoot and have the splash damage to kill yourself. You don't want to ram because you can't afford to ram anymore. You don't have any hit points left to give away. But as far as playing aggressive and trying to spot and try to get damage, you still have to do that. Especially on a team like right now, we're down. We only have 4 tanks. They have 7. We have a heavy, a light, and 2 arty against 3 heavies, 2 TDs, and 2 arty. Things are not looking good. It doesn't mean stop playing. You got to keep trying because you never know what might happen. I'm mad at that one Tiger 1. He should have gone in and helped the other guy. He just ran off. But that's okay. We need to concentrate on what we're doing right now. I'm waiting for the IS-6 to move up a little bit. And I gotta say, his name is, looks like GRUT1. Groot1, I don't know. Anyway, he ends up having a really good game. So I gotta give him some props for how he plays at the end. I'm going to pull up and see if I can spot this guy. There he is. KV4, he's only, what, 216 away. Take a snapshot and back out real quick. Get that terrain in between me and him so he can't return fire. I wish all snapshots were that accurate. I hit right in his cupula. Hell, I wish all stationary shots were that accurate. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I know on the other side of this farmhouse here, there are some bushes. And they are in a perfect position with the IS-6 spotting. I can come in behind here and snipe these guys. And they aren't going to be able to see my muzzle blast. Here we go on the name. I think it's a Nashorn. A Nashorn. Maybe it's Nashorn. There he goes. KV4's dead. Now it's 4-5. Getting closer. The Nashorn is what shot me when I was over there with the 28 prototype. It almost killed me. So I get a little revenge on him. I think it means rhinoceros in German, if I recall correctly. But I never remember whether it's Nashorn or Nashorn. I think it's Nashorn. I know I'll have some Germans send me a message and tell me again. They've told me before. So the idea now with the IS-6 up here, we're going to come up here and figure out where the arty is, hopefully, and take them out before the other tanks can get involved. Right now I'm not certain where some of the other tanks are. Well, there's the Artie, back here in the back line like I figured. There's the Tiger. That's not really in a good position. Hopefully he doesn't know where I'm at. I'm watching his turret. He's rotating past me. He's not certain where I'm at. Take a shot at him and don't hit. Hopefully oh man, there's the other Artie. I need to get out of here. Now I'm in a really bad position. Hopefully the Tiger's concentrating on the IS-6. I'll take a shot at the 207 as I leave, but now I just have to run. Because if that Tiger decides to shoot at me, I'm dead. I just have to get out of here. So I'm going to put hills and bushes between me and them. And hopefully get away, and then I can reposition and come back. Okay, I should be out of sight and out of line of fire right now. I saw the 152 briefly. It looks like he's coming north. In this M40, he's funny. He's saying spot. It's like, dude, I have to stay alive first. Then just everybody was just spotted in the last 20 seconds, man. There's the Tiger. Time to use more buildings. It's one good thing about the middle of this map. There's a lot of different angles you can get shot at. There's a lot of different ways to escape getting shot at too, because of all the buildings. So now I'm going to come in here behind this 152. Hopefully that 207 isn't staring right at me when I come over this hill, because the 152 is going down if he's still alive when I get over there. He's pointed toward the IS-6, so I'm going to have an easy shot on him. You can see the way he's moving. There's no way he can be pointed at me. I'm going to stop long enough to get a good shot. He is dead. We know the 207's up here. The two heavies are down at the other end of the map, so we should be able to finish off this Artie. The IS-6 is going in at him. I'm going to move over here to the west. And just, if I have to, I can get a shot from a different angle than the heavy is. We don't really know where the guy moved. He's still probably back where he was. Yep, there he is. And he's dead. So now we just have the two heavies to go. One of them's on cap at least. Kind of just wasting a little time here. I can't waste too much, because if the other guy gets on cap, I'm going to have to get there quick. But I don't want to get there way ahead of the IS-6. I have two people. Oops. Wasn't watching where I was going. KV2 is very low, 224. It's like, well, maybe. Maybe that's low to you, Artie, but it's not low to me. That's a couple shots at him unless I get a really good hit. If the Tiger 1 wasn't there, it'd be easy. I could just go in and outmaneuver the KV2, but with the other heavy lurking, not easy. Oh, now they're both on cap. Awesome. I love it. I love it. They're telling me what I need to know. I know where they're at, and they don't know where I'm at. Cool. So I'm going to pull up here, get a shot. And I really don't know when I did that. It hasn't struck me yet. When I take this second shot and it bounces, I'm like, what the hell? And it's like I checked my ammo right away. I was like, man, somehow I switched to heat. I don't remember switching to heat. But I know when I bounce two in a row off a Tiger, that is not HE. That right there is HE on the Tiger. So if something seems strange with your ammo, check it, because your brain's trying to tell you, hey, you accidentally have the wrong ammo in there. So I'm going to pull up here, try to get a spot on the on the KV2. IS-6 moving in from the other side. Here we go. He's in a pincer and he's going to die. He might get one of us, but he's dead. And he's gone. And there's a comeback win. Made possible, I guess the IS-6 maybe could have done it by himself. But I'm only alive because almost constantly throughout the battle I was using terrain to escape, to let me shoot like at the Nashorn without being spotted, so I can get two shots off and get a kill. to hide my approach, to hide my getaway. It's something you always have to keep in mind. Terrain hides where you're going. It hides you while you're getting there. Terrain hides you, not terrain, but bushes, trees, can hide your shot so that you can fire at the enemy without being seen. That is a huge advantage. And just as importantly, if you end up in an emergency situation, buildings, trees, hills, fences, cars, trucks, they may not seem like much, but they can absorb one shot. Better to have the truck disappear than the back end of your tank. Everything out there can be used in some way to help you get away. So be aware of what's around you. Be aware of what's ahead of you and to your side and how you can use it to help you survive. Because when it comes down to it, the majority of battles in World of Tanks, at least in pubs, probably in every mode, comes down to who has tanks alive at the end of the battle. There's a couple exceptions to that, but overall, the team that has tanks alive at the end of the battle wins the battle. So if you can use terrain and the natural environment to enhance your survivability, that increases the odds of you being alive in the latter stages of the battle. A scout being alive in the latter stages of the battle greatly increases the team's chance to pull out a win, because you're so mobile and you have the view range, and most of the times in a scout you have decent firepower if you use it correctly. It helps you win games to stay alive, and you need to learn how to use terrain to do it. From Murovanka, running around shooting things and getting a great effort from the IS-6. Got a Top Gun. For this battle, I guess I'll tell you what I got. It wasn't a great battle, but it was still an ace mission. 1,662 XP, 4 spots, 527 spotting damage, 4 kills, 1,259 damage, and a defender. Happy hunting.